What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. I'm giving you guys a little life update on what's been going on. As you guys can see, I stopped the weight loss series and that was for a reason, and this video will kind of explain that. Let's jump right into it. All right, so first off, yes, I have been diagnosed with PCOS. Now, I am not educated on PCOS. This is all new to me, but I will tell you the symptoms that I was having. I did go see an OBGYN. If you're in Houston and you're looking for someone, she's amazing. Her name is Lisa Beard. I want to try to keep this as structured as possible and not all over the place. So let's kind of bring it back to the past. So I have been on birth control, specifically the pills, for as long as I can remember. Probably since I was about 14 years old. I got on birth control specifically for my periods. I've always had terrible periods to the point to where I would be down bad. My mom would not make me go to school. I wouldn't do anything. I could pass out because of how bad the pain was. It shortened my periods to only about 4 days, and they were relatively light outside of a couple days, but it just made my periods so much more manageable. And then of course I stayed on long later on because of, being sexually active and all of that stuff. So also someone who struggles with acne. I've always kind of struggled with acne, not like super bad, but during the time of month I would always break out. But being on birth control also helped with that. I would say 7 years ago, I got off birth control. And when I did that, my body freaked out. I put on weight extremely fast. Within a matter of months, I had probably put on 25 pounds. Skin went crazy, and it was just like a super hard time. Obviously, I thought it was because I was on birth control for so long, and so my body was kind of coming off of it. Eventually, I got back on. I was able to lose the weight, my skin cleared up, so I remained on birth control. It wasn't until about 3 years ago that I decided to get off birth control again completely. I didn't want to be on pills for the rest of my life. I didn't. And this was around the same time that me and Teron got in a relationship, and this was about when COVID hit. I switched from a birth control pill to an IUD, a copper IUD, so it's non-hormonal. So same thing, I went and put on 20 plus pounds in a matter of months. I just assumed, one, I was in a new, happy, healthy relationship, so I thought it was healthy relationship weight. I thought it was COVID because at the time we were shut down and I wasn't really working out. The symptoms will eventually subside. Well, they didn't. It's been 3 years now. I'm still getting crazy hormonal acne. The weight I have not been able to get off. And then just other symptoms just started kind of piling on top of that. So that's kind of my birth control journey. When I talk about my weight, I am not unhappy with the way I look. Okay, let's just start there. I'm so pleased. I'm not seeking compliments like, oh, you look amazing. Look, I promise you, I'm not unhappy with the way I look. It comes down to the way I feel, and I've felt like crap. I've felt like a stranger in my own body for the past 3 years. I've probably dropped in multiple weight loss series, and they kind of just died off at some point. Exhibit A, the weight loss series that I started a couple months ago. No matter how hard I would work out, how clean I was dieting, the weight would not budge. I'm very active. I've been in the gym my entire life. I'm in the gym 6-7 days a week, and I've made zero progress. I would lose some weight would come off, probably like 5 pounds, and then I would just put it back on overnight, literally. Someone commented in one of my videos and mentioned like, hey, well, I see you do a lot of weight loss. You're always cutting. Maybe, are you sure you're not meant to be that size you're at currently? I had someone mention that, and I was thinking that too, like, damn, maybe I'm not supposed to lose weight. But then also like, why do I feel like this? Anytime I would lose weight, I would feel good. I would feel like I was starting to get more energy and I was kind of feeling better. And then, and then obviously I would put it right back on. I keep promoting like these weight loss series and these cutting series, and I'm making zero progress. And it's been going on for 3 years now. Very frustrating, especially someone who's been in the fitness industry for a long time. I am not one to make excuses. I know how to lose weight. I've transformed my body many times over the years. Very thin, I've got thicker, I've put on muscle and been able to like build you know, the body that I want. I'm following a great routine. I'm eating very clean. I'm getting an adequate amount of protein and all of that, but still no changes. That's where I was. And that's kind of why the weight loss series would stop and come to an end, because I had no updates for you guys because there was nothing changing. Let's break down the symptoms that I was having that eventually led to me finally being diagnosed with PCOS. I mentioned before, PCOS is a hormonal disorder. And it makes sense why I've been having issues with my hormones for so long. The rapid weight gain. And when I mean rapid weight gain, this is not gradually putting on weight over time. I gained 25 plus pounds. This was in the matter of months. So you should not be gaining 20 pounds in a month or two. You should not, no matter how crappy you're eating. Sorry, but that is not normal. On top of the constant bloating, everything I eat, and it wasn't even like the normal bloat. You bloat a little bit when you eat. That is natural, but painfully, to the point where I would be in pain. My bloating would be so bad and it wouldn't subside at all. It was just like a constant 24/7 bloat. The moment I put some food in my stomach, it was a wrap. And then the fatigue. Okay, so when I tell you guys, I always joke about being like a sleepy gal, like I just don't have high energy. I've always kind of been sleepy, but it's to the point to where I cannot get out of bed. I cannot get work done because I am so fatigued. And I don't have a high stress job. I don't have children. I can say I don't have like a ton of responsibilities that keep me moving, keep me active. And so there is no reason why I would be as tired as I am. Honestly, started like researching to see if I was depressed. Like that's how bad it got. I'm like, damn, am I depressed or what's going on? I'm very fortunate to not have experienced any type of depression, and I hope I don't in the future. So that's what I had to research it, like, damn, am I depressed or what's going on? Why can't I get out of bed? And I kid you not, I could spend 24 hours in bed. That's how bad it got. I started to lose hair, like my hair is starting to fall out. And I guess it's hard to tell because I do have very big and full hair. But if you look at my hair in the past, compared to what it is now, it's just completely different. Like, why isn't my hair getting healthier? Like, I take care of it so well, but I'm literally losing hair. Started to get facial hair a little bit, like not a lot because it honestly can get really bad with PCOS. But I had, a couple chin hairs coming in that I have to pluck like regularly. The hormonal acne, it's really bad along my jawline, and you might be able to see it throughout like my videos. Like my skin would just get so bad, and not just on my face, across my back. I'm just breaking out like crazy on my chest. On top of that, the breaking out, I have psoriasis now, so I've started getting patches of psoriasis on my arms, on my legs, on my butt, in my scalp. I have psoriasis in my scalp now, and I'm just like, what in the world is going on with my body? And then my period. So a lot of times with PCOS, women will lose their period. I haven't lost my period, but they would be like 10 days to 2 weeks long and heavy, and they're so painful. It's common to have between like a 28 to like 35, I believe, time frame in between your periods, but mine would be like 40 plus days in between, and then once I would get them, they would last like 2 weeks, which is so fun. Yeah, so that pretty much kind of breaks down the symptoms that I was having. So I was like, you know what? Finally, we're in Houston. We're in a place that we're going to be for some time. Let me go and find an OBGYN and go get checked out and see what's going on. I kind of broke down my symptoms, and before I was even kind of done going over everything, she just automatically knew. She was like, you definitely have PCOS. There's different types of PCOS. I am specifically insulin resistant. That's why I hadn't known sooner is because I was on the birth control pill, which have been kind of masking my symptoms, because birth control can help with PCOS, but the moment you get off, your symptoms, they just kind of reveal themselves. So that's why I never knew. And that's why both times that I got off the pill is when my body just kind of freaked out. So this is something obviously I've kind of known about. So I've already started to kind of adjust my training and adjust my diet for the past couple weeks. And it's made such a huge difference. It made such a huge difference. I'm starting to feel better. Thing is that with PCOS, when you lose the weight, it helps you start to feel better, and it helps with the symptoms. They kind of start to subside a little bit, but it's extremely hard to lose the weight in the first place. So it's like, how am I supposed to feel better if I'm struggling to lose weight? Everything that I knew about my body and everything that I've learned, it's the complete opposite what I'm gonna have to do. I've pulled back the amount of training that I'm doing. You know, you guys know I like to be in the gym 6-7 days a week. Now I'm only in the gym about 4. And that's been super tough because it's like I'm forcing myself to rest. It feels good, but I feel like I'm not doing enough just because I've been doing so much for so many years. But the overtraining was actually hurting me. Doing the crazy high intensity on the Stairmaster was hurting me, not making things better. I'm only training 4 days a week. Also, I'm not doing any type of high intensity. So I'm doing a lot of walking. I'm on the Stairmaster, but I'm going at a steady pace, no more intervals. And the other 4 days I am lifting, but again, nothing high intensity. I love lifting and I will continue to lift, but I'm trying not to spike my heart rate too much. You just don't want to put too much stress on your body, so rest is good. Also with my diet, I'm making adjustments and seeing what I respond well to. I respond great when I have no dairy in my diet, even though I love dairy. I love ice cream and cheese. Pull back on the amount of carbs that I eat. So I am not one to remove any type of food group from my diet, and no one else should either. But with PCOS, because I'm insulin resistant, it's better for me to eat less carbs. So high protein, high carb, low fat. Now I'm high protein, higher fat, low to moderate carb. So that is what I'm doing as far as my diet. I've been able to lose weight already. I've been dropping some weight along the way. My OBGYN, she did prescribe a weight loss medication, Ozempic, which I will be getting soon, and it'll help with losing the weight, therefore helping me feel better. I do not want to be on medication for very long. I want to go about this a natural route, and it's going to be a journey and a huge lifestyle change. Of course, I'm going to document it all for you guys. Main goal is just getting back to myself, getting back to feeling like myself. Everything that I've been experiencing, people love to throw my age at it. Like, oh, you're just getting older. People love to say that about women. It has nothing to do with your age. And one, I'm only 31. Let's stop there. Yeah, that was just me getting you guys kind of caught up on what's going on, and stay tuned for a new week of workouts. I recorded my workouts and what they're going to be looking like for the future, and I will upload that soon. You can still follow me on this new journey if you want to still eat the way of course I'll be updating full day of eatings as well. You are more than welcome to follow along, and if you have PCOS and you've got some tips for me or things that have been helping you, feel free to leave that down below as well. Stay tuned for many videos to come and my documentation on this journey, and I will see you guys in the next video.